Hi there, it's Mark here from Atomos, and we're here at NAB 2018, and thanks to Digital Production TV, I'm going to let you know about ProRes RAW. This has been the biggest announcement for us by far for NAB this year. So ProRes RAW, I believe, has been an evolution of codecs for us, and it really is the next step into the RAW world and really making RAW easy and attainable for all. So ProRes RAW came onto the scene in 2011, and this really has become a standard for the industry. I think the reason why this became a standard is because it's the kind of codec that adapts to all sorts of systems, and it's super efficient. A lot of people expect now that when they're using a codec that it behaves this simply. Moving into the RAW world now, a lot of these workflows are not so straightforward, a little bit more complicated, but we have that benefit of RAW. The RAW benefits that we see today are what we really want for HDR productions and what we really want for high-end productions for complex color grading. ProRes RAW takes away all of the complexities that we know about for RAW workflows, and it behaves just like ProRes does. So anybody that has shot ProRes before, this will be an absolute smooth transition for you. You'll be able to use it straight out of the gates now. The Shogun Inferno that we have gets ProRes RAW immediately, so does the Sumo 19. So we're very happy to announce that both of these products are shooting ProRes RAW right now. This unlocks about 9 cameras that output RAW from Sony, Panasonic, and Canon. So super excited to launch ProRes RAW here at this show. So as you can see here, I'm just going to play the project that we shot for the launch video, and this is playing back completely raw, ProRes RAW, on this 2018 iMac Pro, and you'll see that the behavior of this on the timeline is just like ProRes. I'm going to show you a few little bits here on the timeline where you really can take advantage of RAW. So at the moment, this clip here that I've stopped on is displaying something that looks overexposed. And what I'll show you here in this panel is that we have 2 conversions that have been automatically applied to this clip. Because the metadata comes through directly from the camera into the QuickTime wrapper, there are 2 things that happen. There is a conversion that happens from RAW to log. So a lot of colorists like to shoot starting from log. And then there's also another conversion that happens from that log to a LUT. And that LUT is generally what the camera manufacturers make to have the image look somewhat usable. So this is what the RAW to log version looks like, and most people are used to starting here to apply a LUT too. So this would be your starting point. So if you have a look at what the actual conversion is that happens inside camera, it brings you into this space. Now, immediately we look like this is completely overexposed, and this is simply because this monitor here is 500 nits, and that's not enough brightness range to be able to resolve all of the information that you can see here that's in the dynamic range. If you have a look over here though on the Sumo, you'll notice that the image looks far more exposed, and it looks like it's well, it looks quite beautiful actually compared to the other screen, and that's because this is a 1200 nit screen, and you're able to fit all of that dynamic range right into the 1200 nit HDR screen. As you can see here, we're playing back and we're scrubbing on the timeline without too many issues. And I'm just going to pause it on this frame here, and you can see we've got multiple frames playing back here. We've got a compound clip that's got 4 streams playing at the same time. Now these streams can play back and scrub back in RAW all at the same time. So that's generally unheard of with any other RAW format. So we're really able to manage that. We've applied color effects, we've applied all sorts of effects to these 4 streams, and you're able to scrub them along all at the same time on the timeline. So it's a big step forward for RAW. It's a big step forward for ProRes, and I think we're super happy to be associated with the launch of this awesome new format. So as I said before, this is free. It's a free upgrade from Apple, and it's also a free upgrade from us. Okay, thanks. That's Mark here from Atomos. We're wrapping it up here at NAB 2018 for Digital Production TV.